President Poroshenko briefed us on the terrible situation in his country as a result of Russian aggression. He gave us a sobering assessment of the deal reached this morning in Minsk.
A new report by the UK's House of Lords European Union Committee describes the EU's response to the Ukraine crisis so far as sleepwalking. In the report released Friday, the British committee says the EU underestimated what Russia's response would be when the organization tried to bring Ukraine into its union.
It is totally unacceptable that there are Russian soldiers on Ukrainian soil.
The report also criticized its own government's response, saying the UK was not as active or as visible as it could have been on the issue. That's compared to France, Germany, and Poland, all of which have actively taken part in negotiations in trying to defuse Ukraine's crisis. The Lords panel report comes at a time of continued fighting between pro-Russian separatists and the Ukrainian government. Despite a February 15th ceasefire, government soldiers were forced to retreat from the key railroad town of Devaltseve on Wednesday. The report might also spell trouble for the UK's Prime Minister David Cameron. The Guardian says it could look like Prime Minister Cameron is ceding foreign policy decisions to Germany and France, while the UK stands on the sidelines. The fact that the Telegraph reports a former NATO commander described the Prime Minister as a, quote, foreign policy irrelevance probably doesn't help either. The Lords report, which comes from a parliament jointly controlled by Cameron's Conservative Party and the Liberal Democratic Party, has suggested the use of more sanctions against Russia if the situation in Ukraine escalates any further. For Newsy, I'm Christina Hartman.